Hello, Libra. It's Caleb's Tarot. How are you guys? I hope you are well. So, Happy New Year, January 2020. This is resonating from the 1st to the 15th. Right, let's take a look. So that top row is your recent past. So this is like over maybe the past year for some of you. Maybe it's just the last 3 months or so. From the look of it, we've got the Queen of Pentacles reversed, the King of Swords reversed, Judgment reversed, along with the Knight of Cups. If I didn't know any better, I'd say some of you are hearing from someone or have heard from someone who you really don't want to be entertaining right now. So you're not interested, you're not focused. You know damn well straight that they've lied in some way, they've been dishonest in some way. Looks like you've cut them off. They're back in the vicinity and you just don't really want to give this a second look. You're not interested in the slightest. But I do feel like there is, or at least there once was, an emotional investment of some sort. And that's the Knight of Cups, really. The only problem is I do think that there could be some emotional manipulation going on, but I'll get to that in a bit. Moving into the now, we've got the Nine of Pentacles, the Seven of Swords, and the Tower, and I clarified this with the Five of Wands. I think that you do get your opportunity to confront this person, to let them know that they are cut out, that what they've done, you know, how it affected you. You're very independent now, you've come a long way. I think you see them as the Tower. They're a disaster, they need to crumble, they need to hear the whole truth and nothing but the truth from your perspective. You feel like you need to spell things out for them. I think that's exactly what you do. I think that's the confrontation. But at the same time, I think that the Seven of Swords is their accusation to you. You know, it's almost like they may accuse you of bailing of some sort. You know, it's like you're trying to say you've done this, you've done this, you've done this, and they give you like a half truth, or like a half. They take responsibility for a little bit. It's like, okay, I did this, no, but you did this, and you're like, you know, and I feel like that's how this may go. You're trying to point out to them what's gone on, how it's affected you. You feel you're quite within your rights to confront this person and say, why are you coming back around when you did all this? I thought I cut you off. I thought this was done with. Why are you back around? And it's like, oh, they're sort of like, oh, I just want to apologise. I just want to explain. But the problem is, like I say, they take responsibility for little bits and bobs, but not everything. And they're very, very quick to say, I did this, but you did this. I did this, but you did this. And it's like, they're not really taking responsibility, not fully, for their part in all this, Libra. Whether that's you or them, there's something very odd about this. And I just feel like you're trying to help this person to understand. I feel like you do still care about this person. I feel like you've come a long way, very independent, very self-sufficient, whereas maybe that wasn't the case before. Maybe you did rely on this person, at least emotionally. Maybe there's some hold there that you felt was in place. But now you've taken a lot of time out. You've recognised what they've done and how that made you feel. You're not happy with anything about this. It's almost like you've woken up and it's like, that motherfucker. But now they come back and they want to explain some things. To you, it doesn't feel like an explanation. It just feels like they're having it's like their excuse to have a go at you. It's almost like their excuse is, if I come clean about little tiny bits and bobs, I can then have a go at them for what they did. And you genuinely feel like this is just manipulation. And it's like, that tower's still standing. They are the tower. They are the burning building. They're on fire. And you're just stood there waiting for them to crumble. And it's like, no matter how much you encourage the crumbling, and the crumbling for them is to accept what they did. And you just stood there waiting and waiting, and they are, every brick that falls out, they're putting it back in. They're refusing to let it crumble. They're refusing to see the error of the ways. And that's very frustrating to you. I know this sounds all very strange, but I am running on intuition here. You see, and imagery as well. That's kind of how I work. So, you know, textbook works to an extent, I suppose. The keywords are handy, but other than that, imagery and intuition is everything with this. So moving forward, the Knight of Cups reversed, where they once was before the Knight of Cups in the upright, after this confrontation, they very quickly become the Knight of Cups in the reverse, and that is the manipulation that I was talking about before. So you're very much aware of it. They're very needy, clingy, you know, and you just feel like this person is using you. And I think that with the Four of Cups, you see what they put in front of you, but for you, it's gotten to it's going, because this is in the future, it's going to get to the stage where you see it, you see what they're trying to offer, you see what they're trying to do, and it's going through one ear and out the other. You're just not interested. I just feel like that's it. You've got your 3 cups, they're trying to hand you the 4th, and you're like, no, the 4th is full of fucking poison. Not taking it. And I feel like, as frustrated as you are, that makes them frustrated too, but you're just not bothered. And I think that that's the place that you have to be. I don't think you should be bothered, because I mean, everything about this reading screams to me that Libra's dealing with an attention seeker, a very manipulative one. Maybe even a bit of narcissism going on. And then we move to the 9 of Cups with the Queen of Pentacles. And I just feel like this is you finally letting this shit go and moving on regardless. Like, yes, this person's around, they're in the background, but I'm doing my thing. I'm making myself feel better about where I'm going and what I'm doing. And the focus is back on you. It's like in the past, the Queen was reversed. You're struggling to focus. You're struggling to accept anything really that was going on around you, but now it's like, no, I see this shit clearly. I need to look after myself, and that's the Love Yourself First card. You know, your self-respect makes you more romantically attractive, whether this is a love situation or even family or even friend. It seems like you could have a confrontation with this person, or at least the opportunity to have one. And I definitely feel like that's the best way to go, Libra, is to vent off to this person, to their face. But after that, expect them to get very needy, very clingy, very obsessive as well, and manipulating. Again, be the 4 of Cups. You know it's there, it's in the background, but it's going through one ear and out the other. Try not to let it get to you as much when that occurs. As far as signs go, I've got a lot of earth here and also air. So major signs, obviously. We've got Aries and Scorpio there as well. I think for a lot of you, this is just about pushing this person to one, saying your piece with them and pushing them to one side and just not giving them the attention that they obviously need. Anyway, guys, leave that there. Emails at the bottom of the screen for a personal reading. Feel free to email me. I have availability from the 2nd onwards. So get your bookings in, because I do tend to fill up quite fast as I did before Christmas. So yes, do that. In the meantime, you guys, I wish you all the luck in the world for the new year, 2020. Lots of prosperity. I wish you guys all the best. Take care. Bye for now.